You mentioned Lowry. Lowry had 4 points last night. Previous game, 1 of 7 from the field. Now, previous game against Denver, he had 11 assists. He led the Raptors in turnovers last night. This is after the Saturday game. I'm going to go back to the Saturday game that he sat out because of the back injury that kind of flared up and was dropped on us. And we're like, okay, well, could be minor, probably minor. I haven't heard a lot about it. He has played 2 games since the back injury was announced to us, since he missed a game, and he has not looked good offensively at all. Are you worried, DJ, at all about these numbers post-back injury?
Yeah, I see your back spasm game. I'm going to go even farther to the Golden State game, which he wasn't good offensively. Was good defensively guarding Quinn Cook, but wasn't good offensively in that game either. So at this point, it's no longer a blip on the radar. This is a trend. And we've had the maintenance plan for Kawhi. I think it's time to enact the maintenance plan for Kyle, because
I have no problem with that.
It won't matter if he's not right in April, May, and potentially June. And that's been an issue for him every year other than last year. So the way he started the year was better than any year he's had other than last year. I would like to see him rested because it has to be health. Is there any other explanation why his shot would go from so prolific to falling off the cliff?
And, that's the only thing I can point to. And everyone's giving him the benefit of that doubt because he was so good to start this season up until this flared up, and he's looked completely different as a point guard. But you're right. There's no, like Brooklyn tomorrow. What's the point?
Yeah.
Sit him. Someone explain to me why he would play. Kawhi maybe not, because Kawhi did miss a year. Let him play. Back-to-backs, I still agree with letting him sit. But Kawhi played. Kyle, give him a break.
You don't want to see him guard D'Angelo Russell?
No, it's not where I'm going to spend my Friday night. I'm going to watch the game Friday night, but I'm not waiting for that Friday night. So, my only negative from last night is that Kyle has looked a little strange since Saturday. And if this lingers, I think you have the first real crisis of the Raptors season, aside from Kyle Lowry basically calling out Masai yesterday with Rachel Nichols, the interview that was aired yesterday. And I'll give you a chance to have a take on that because you weren't here yesterday when Tim and I played the clips. Do we have a problem here, or is this healthy tension in the room? Because sometimes tension can be healthy. It can be unhealthy, but it can be healthy sometimes.
There's no such thing.
You look baffled.
Well, I mean,
I've never seen you baffled before, especially in that suit.
This is why. This is why I'm baffled, because my mentality would be a lot like Kyle Lowry's. DeMar was virtually a brother, right? So yeah. I ride for my guys. That's the bro code. You traded him. Well, then no, you didn't just trade him. You traded me. So I understand why he's feeling some type of way about it. Here's the issue. Yeah, there's a plaque that says family in the locker room with pictures of all of your family. And you can interpret that how you want. Some people, and Kyle being one, it seems, interpreted that to mean we are all a family.
Right.
And Kyle said to Rachel, you don't really treat family that way. I interpret that to mean something totally different. One, you're allowed to bring your family around here as much as you want. But two, we are all independent contractors who are out to take care of our families. And Masai Ujiri, who has 2 kids, said this deal would be done by any GM in the NBA. So I'm sorry, DeMar, I'm trading you and your kids to San Antonio. And so Kyle can feel any type of way he wants to. But ultimately, Masai made a business decision because he's running a business. And so you can't make it personal. I understand where Kyle's coming from because I would feel the same way. But it doesn't mean it's rational or it's right.
So if this team isn't 21-5, how big a problem is this?
I think it's a big problem.
I think it's a massive problem.
Because
winning masks anything. Not completely, but like 98% of stuff like this.
Well, Bill Parcells said it's the ultimate deodorant is winning. Yeah. And if you want a happy locker because you want to keep the guy you just traded for in Kawhi, then yeah, if Kyle isn't happy, that's a problem.